you what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. And yes, we are in the car. You're not in my kitchen. Go figure. We are in the car and we are headed for a fun day. It's great to be a grandparent, let me tell you. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Leslie. I am the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Here's the farming pastor.
Here he is.
That's Bryant, or better known as PB. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to hit subscribe, hit that bell notification, and give me a thumbs up. Hey, and the rest of you, welcome back. I love you guys so very much. We are headed, I don't know if you can see me because the sun is shining. We are headed to a pumpkin patch, which just happens to be at our denomination's camp, local youth camp. But Judah's public school, he's in kindergarten. Judah's our grandbaby. One of two. And he is in kindergarten, and their kindergarten class is taking a field trip to the pumpkin patch, which is at our youth camp. So we are headed there. We are going as chaperones.
Chaperones!
For a kindergarten class.
The life of the party.
So anyway, we will see you guys there. I'll film as much as I can, and we'll see you what happens. I don't know what to expect. So this is my first kindergarten field trip in a very, very, very long time.
In 43 years.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Isaac hadn't been out of school 43. He's not even 43 years old.
But I mean, since you've been on the
since I was, yes. Since I've been on a kindergarten, me as a kindergartner.
Yeah.
But I went as a chaperone with my children.
That's right. I agree, yes.
Okay, we'll see you there at the pumpkin patch. Who's on your field trip with you?
Papa.
Bubbles, and who else?
Papa.
Bubbles and Papa.
And Mommy and Daddy.
No, Mommy and Daddy's at home. Or they're at work. They're at work. We're here at the barn. They're going to hold some chicks and rub some animals and feed some animals. We're here visiting the animals. This is Sausage. Have a goat. Oh, we have several goats in here. They're all inside looking at the chicks, so I thought I'd walk out here and we'd look at the goats and the cows. Hi. Hi. The kids are getting to feed the cows. Look at them. Look, there's Judabug feeding that cow. We've just fed some ducks. We've been looking at leaves and trees and learning the differences and so forth. And so we're just finishing up this nature trail right here by the pond. It's beautiful. You can see the ducks are following us. They think I have food, but I don't. So we're going to go right here. There goes Mr. Bryant in front of us. We're taking turns saying, Judah, Judah. Okay, y'all, we just finished up eating lunch in the chow hall area. Now the kids have come outside here to play. They have swings. They have like a netting maze, a fence netting maze that they've made. So they're out here having fun. I have no idea where Judah went because I had to stop off by the restroom. Then I took our lunch bags to the car. So we're going to see if we can find him. I'm sure he's out here being loud and proud somewhere. They have basketball goals out here. They have a play set down there. Not sure if you can see it. They have beach volleyball. They have this ball that wraps around the pole. The orange thing is the maze, soccer, another volleyball. They have a little bowling alley in the hay bale set up there. And they're using pumpkins to knock down the bowling alley, the pins. And up there are the pumpkins. I cannot get my eye on Judabug, but he's around here somewhere. And right up there you can see several sets of swings. They have several swing sets here. So good morning, everyone. It is a new day and the field trip is over. It was wonderful and we had such a great time with Judabug. Over into December, we get to go on a field trip with Levi. So we're excited about that. But I'm here at the farm on this nice chilly 40-degree morning. And it's actually going to get really nice the rest of the week. It's going to be in the 80s. So it's going to turn warm again. And I think that's only briefly because I think another Arctic blast is coming. So this is fall here. I don't know what time of year you may watch this video, but it is the early fall of the year. In fact, yeah, it's fall. And I'm not, the weather is unusual. Usually we're in the 70s, lows in the 50s, and so it's turned off cool. But this week is going to warm back up to way above normal. So anyway, there will come a day when I long for the 40-degree morning because it'll be even colder. But it's just early fall. So anyway, I'm here at the farm because part of my job here at the farm is to check feed inventory and to send it in. So that's what I'm over here to do. I'm going to check the feed inventory in these bins. I'll show you the bins in just a second. And then I have to email it into the feed mill so they can send the appropriate amount that we need. So, all right, let's get out here in this chilly weather and get to checking these feed bins. These two monstrosities here are our feed bins, and the cone part where it starts right here and it tapers down holds 7,000, and then from that rim to that rim is another 7,000, and then from that rim to that rim is another 7, and then of course the top part is another 7. So each segment holds 7,000. So I have to tap the bin. Now I could climb the ladder, but I'm not. This was something cool we did that Bryant thought of, and I'm so glad he did. He put the ladders facing each other. A lot of times they're kind of out to the front on both sides. but he put them where they were side by side. So if you climbed up one bin to check that one, all you had to do is just step over and check that one and then come back down. You didn't have to come down and climb up again. So that was a pretty smart idea on his. He is more than a pretty face, let me tell you. He really thinks ahead and comes up with some great ideas. So anyway, okay, let's check these feed bins. Okay guys, what I do is I take this pole. I had to set the phone in Bryant's truck to figure out a way to film this. Is I take this pole that has an end on it like that, and I tap the bin just to see. Okay, I would say it is full till about right here, and then it sounds hollow. So that would be 7,000 in this bin. So I'm going to check each house. We have 6 houses. Each house has 2 bins. So I'm going to check all of them, and I'll meet you guys in the office. Hey everyone, my transition glasses have not transitioned back to clear yet, but I'm in the office now. I think Bryant needs to take out the trash. Anyway, so I'm going to show you, we have created a spreadsheet that we just fill out, and that's what we email in to the feed mill. So let me pull that up, if I can get it pulled up, and I'll show it to you. Okay, so here's our spreadsheet, and I just come right here and I put in today's date, which is 10/24. And then these are our bin numbers, and I just go through and I put how much we had in each bin. So in this one I had 7,000. In bin 2010 I had 18,000. And then I come over here and I just do a total for that house. And then I just tab on over and I just fill that out the rest of the way. So I'm going to finish doing that, and I'm going to send that into the feed mill, and I'll see you back in just a minute. This is a book I have to keep up with in the office, and here is where I write down. I've put my inventory in the bins, and I'm going to write down what date it is and what time of day I sent the email and who I sent it to. So yeah, we have to, a lot of paperwork, and that's kind of falls under my job description. So all right, let's head back to the house. I almost forgot, I have to put in these are feed tickets where they have delivered feed, and I have to keep up with that as well because we need to make sure our inventory matches. So I'm going to put that in real quick, and then we'll head to the house, and then we're going to go through a box full of cookbooks that I bought at an auction sale that I have yet to look at. So as soon as I get this put in and written down and tallied up and added up, so far this flock, not including these deliveries that I haven't put in, but up till then, we have received 305,100 pounds of feed. So we're gonna add these in, and before we leave here, I'll give you a final total once I add these in. Okay, so here I put the date that it arrives. I put the load number, which is like a reference number. I put which houses it goes to, and how much pounds was brought on that load number, how much pounds was delivered, and then a total. Also over here we have the type of feed. At the beginning of the flock it was starter, then we went to grower. Now we're at finisher 1, and then we'll eventually end up at just plain finisher. But so far we have had delivered 464,000 pounds of feed, and we are only on day 23. We've only had them 3 weeks. So, yeah, them boogers like to eat. Okay, let's head to the house now. So let me tell you how this week has panned out, how this weekend, as you know, Thursday and Friday, we were getting ready for our chicken stew. And then, of course, Saturday, all day was dedicated to the chicken stew. That night, we were so exhausted just because we've worked all day and everything. We literally just cut everything off. We put the lids on the stews and cut the coffee pots off, covered up the desserts, left everything at the hay barn. And then Sunday morning, we hit the ground running. I have to be at church at 8 o'clock. We were at church from 8 o'clock till 12. And then we headed home. We turned back on the chicken stew. We ate lunch as a family. We had chicken stew for lunch. We had a little bit left over. And then we began to clean up. And when I say clean up, I just mean clean up at the hay barn. We got the tables down, all but the drink table. The drinks are still up there. All the desserts, all the trash thrown away, everything that needed to be brought back to the house, and so forth. Then Bryant had to head out. He had to be at a funeral. And then we had a birthday party we had to be at 5. Well, we had to be there before 5. So we did that. We got to the birthday party. Immediately following the birthday party, we had a membership class at church where we had 24 people who were wanting to join our church. And so we had a membership class with them, and that lasted till, it was probably way after 9 before we left and headed home and got things started. So, and then yesterday, so needless to say, Sunday, I was exhausted and I went to bed. And yesterday morning, we got up and we had to be at the pumpkin patch with Judah, as you saw, and at 9 o'clock. So we had to be there at 9 o'clock. And then we got home. We had dinner plans with a family in our church. So we went to eat dinner. So guess what? In there on my kitchen island is still all the stuff from the chicken stew. And so that's what today is going to hold. But let me tell you, the weekend, it has been such a good weekend. So when I say I'm tired, it is a good kind of tired. Like, I love it. And I wouldn't change it for anything in the world, but I'm just going to take it slow and easy today. And I've been to the farm, as you saw. I've done that. I've got to get that cleaned up today and put away and everything put back. But I'm not going to stress on getting it done fast. We also have dinner plans with another young couple. They're not really in our church, but they're in our denomination, and they hold positions at the camp and so forth. So we're having dinner with them. And, yeah. So I don't have to cook. I don't have to worry about cooking. All I have to do is worry about getting cleaned back up. Oh, also, Judah he came home with us yesterday, and so he drug out a little bit, but he cleaned up very well after himself. He cleaned up his crayons. They were spread out everywhere. He's cleaned them up. The only thing I see is some cracker crumbs. Let me tell you, that child had Cheetos. He had Oreos. He had an Uncrustable sandwich. He had applesauce, and he had a drink packed for his lunch. That's what his mama packed him for lunch. All I carried us, we stopped on our way to the pumpkin patch and got us a biscuit. So we had a breakfast fairly close to time to be at the pumpkin patch. So the only thing I packed us was some of the Lance crackers, the things we call nabs, the orange crackers with the peanut butter in it. I packed some of those. My stomach wasn't feeling the best yesterday, so I packed a sleeve of like the Zesta saltine crackers, and packed that, and then just 2 drinks. Oh, and a piece of the birthday cake in there. So I packed that for our lunch. Well, Judah turned his nose up at everything that was in his bag and ate the saltine crackers, the zested saltine crackers. He ate those the whole time we were there at lunch. He comes home and asked for more of them. When we got home, he wanted more. So I fixed him. He had crackers, so there's cracker crumbs everywhere. And then he did ask for mac and cheese because that child is going to turn into mac and cheese. He loves those little cups that you just add water and then, yes, the child loves them. So, okay, what I want to do now is go through that box. I just want to take it easy. I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. And then we're going to go through this box of cookbooks I bought at an auction sale months ago, but I'm just now going through the box. So I want to see what's in here, and I want you guys to join me. So let's go through this box. I have some coffee here that I put some caramel macchiato shake in and frothed it up with the milk frother. It is so good. Okay, so let's go through this box of cookbooks. Here it is. I bought this at an auction sale. I have not yet. This is my first time even picking up. Well, I did pick the box up to bring it in here, but this is the second time I'm actually picking up the box since the day I bought it. The first cookbook is a Philadelphia cream cheese cheesecake. I don't make cheesecakes. There is one on my channel, and it's actually my niece came and made it here in my kitchen. And so I may give her this cheesecake. I mean, I may give her this book and see if she wants it, because she loves to make cheesecakes, and she makes delicious cheesecakes. So I may see if she wants this. Her repertoire may be so far advanced past this, though. This will be just like nothing to her, but we'll see. She may like that. Okay. I don't know where I'm going to put these books. All right. So here is a bright yellow one, the Seminoles. Let's see. I'm not sure. This is from the academically gifted students of Southwestern Randolph Middle School. Southeastern Randolph Middle School. So these are the SERMs. This is what we call the SERMs. And there we have Northeastern, and they're called NERMs, and the Southeastern's called SERMs. So looks like there's some stains in here, so I know she's used this. These are cheesecakes that I see that she's marked. She must be a cheesecake person, whoever had these cookbooks. So this is a school cookbook where I'm assuming mothers of the students there submitted these chocolate pecan pie bars. Wow, that sounds delicious. Oh man, I may have to try those. Fudge brownies, 2-minute fudge. I may have to do these chocolate pecan pie bars. Let me mark that page. Okay, so there is one. This is a a middle school cookbook. All right, let's look here. A cookbook of treasures. The Wesleyan Women International from Foster Street Wesleyan Church. Okay, Foster Street Wesleyan Church is, there are lots of Wesleyan churches in our area. And this is one of our sister churches. And so, I may know some of the people in here. Let's see what year this was done. This cookbook and the proceeds are dedicated to the Lord and His work. How sweet is that? Foster Street Wesleyan Women International. Oh, yes, the outreach director was Martha Lassiter. She is actually in our church. I know her very well. Frances Tesh. She is actually one of the funerals Bryant just did back when we had that week that we had like so many funerals. Bryant did her funeral. and it was absolutely beautiful. So, yeah, I do know people in here. I was hoping for a year. I was hoping I could find a year that this was done. And then, of course, there's Foster Street Church and their times of meeting. It no longer looks like that. They've remodeled it. I don't see a date. I don't see a date anywhere. Oh, well. But that's a cool find because I know some people in here. I know this church very well. I know the pastor who preaches there very well. So, yeah. Okay. That's cool. Church cookbooks are wonderful. All right. Treasured recipes from Hoover's Grove Wesleyan Church. Okay, let me tell you about Hoover's Grove. Bryant has been there the last 2 years running and preached their revival for them. So we know the current pastor there. I don't know that I knew the one that was there then, but I surely do. And I'm sure I know some of these people because we have spent a week last year and a week this year at their revival. So we really think a lot of this church. And so, yeah. Impossible Pumpkin Pie makes its own crust. That is cool. That is cool. Okay, so there's lots. I can't wait to go through these. Frozen slaw. Frozen slaw. Never heard of that. Okay, so there's lots of good things. There's Margaret Bean. Now, I don't know Margaret Bean, but that is my maiden name. And she spells it the same way I spell mine. So, clam stew. Oh, here's a newspaper clipping falling out. Let's see what this is. That's actually kind of funny. It's like the demons are in, you know where? Hades. And the caption says, "It could be hotter. We could be in North Carolina." That's funny. Okay. So let's set that one aside. Here's another clipping out of a magazine. Fresh peach ice cream, old-fashioned peach cobbler. So I'm assuming she's clipped out these recipes. And I think that's so neat and so special when they're going through these things is to see recipes that they thought were interesting and they clipped out of newspapers and so forth. Okay. This just says celebration of life. That's all it says. Recipes compiled by the Timpkin Associates Relay for Life Cancer Society in Randleman, North Carolina. And this belonged to Elizabeth Hall. Her name is in it. Okay. Oh. So people put these recipes in memory or in honor of someone, a memory of someone who has passed on. So that is so sweet. I love that. Old-fashioned chocolate pound cake. You know, chocolate pound cake's not one I've ever made. I have a friend, her name is Pat, and she makes a delicious chocolate pound cake with an icing. Now, the $500 chocolate cake I make, and that's just what I call it out of a fun, there's a funny story behind that. But it is much like a pound cake, but I do it in layers. And, oh, yeah. I cannot wait to look through these cookbooks. Okay, I believe my mama had this one because I've seen this one before. Old-timey recipes. Hey, we need to get this out and make several out of here. Cherry nut cake, grandma's jam cake, Coca-Cola drop cookies. Oh, yeah, we need to make some some things out of this one. I don't see any like real entrees. Oh, here it is. Baked liver. Chicken and dumplings. Corned beef hash pie. That sounds interesting. We got March coming up. Dorothy's goulash. Hog jowl and turnip greens. Now that sounds so good to me. Husband's choice. Let's see what that is. Let's look that up. Page 36. How many of you guys have this book? I know my mama had it because I remember seeing it. Husband's choice. Combine 1 pound of ground beef, a half a pound of lean pork, 1 cup of breadcrumbs or crushed cornflakes, a half a cup of sweet milk, sweet milk. That's how I refer to milk, as sweet milk. And so many people say, what's sweet milk? So it's funny to me to see sweet milk in the recipe. Half a cup of sweet milk, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cloves, mix well. Put into 1.5 quart greased ring mold and bake at 350. Sounds like a meatloaf, a type of meatloaf. Not one I would like, because I want my ketchup, I want my onions and my peppers. Baked liver. Okay. Southern fried chicken. Oyster stuffing, cornbread stuffing, apple stuffing, nut crescents, butter cookies, holiday macaroons. And it's like written in, I mean, the type is like handwritten. It's so cute. I love it. Okay. All right. Taste of all seasons. Taste for all seasons. A heaping helping, I can't read. A heaping helping spoonful of delightful dishes. The Father's Heart Ministry in Asheboro. And there's some church phone numbers in here. This also belonged to Elizabeth Hall. I'm wondering if this is the people who own the house, maybe? That had the auction. Blackjacks. Smothered pork chops. This was 2003. Barbara Milliken. Salmon loaf. Oh, they actually have a low calorie section. That's a great idea. So that's another neat one. All right. Autumn Care of Biscoe. Sounds delicious. This must be like a nursing home type, I'm assuming. 1994. Black raspberry salad, chicken salad, creamy peach salad, banana pudding, cherry yum yum. I just love these old types for people just submitted recipes. I think they're so cool. Okay, here is a printed something or another. Let's see what this is. Oh, these are like, I wonder if they had a scanner or something. These are the 10 codes, so you know what they are. Like a 1057 is request breathalyzer, operator on duty to meet something. 10-4, affirmative. 10-4, good buddy. 1030s, danger, caution. 1031, pickup. Units needed, 1032. 1045 is a bomb threat. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, here is another church cookbook. Holda Baptist Church is not far from me. It's about 5 minutes away down towards Seagrove where I went to school. I passed that church many times. So Recipes and Remembrances is the name of it. And they have some advertisers in here. Lots of advertisers. Tomato pudding. Wow. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a notepad where she started writing down things, and she wrote down the sausage balls. Fruit cocktail cake. Snowball cake. 1 hour dump cake. And I'm sure I know some people in here as well. So I cannot wait to go through these. And like, y'all, we're going to have recipes for days after the first of the year. Okay, this one is Cooking in Randolph County by Central Carolina Bank for the benefit of the Hospice of Randolph County. Randolph County is the county I live in, so in case you're wondering. And again, it's just where people donated recipes or gave their recipes to go in. Contributed, that's the word I'm looking for. Meatballs with buttermilk. Lasagna, homemade spaghetti sauce. Italian spaghetti sauce. Easy tuna cheese pie. Berlin Manus. I know her. That sounds so familiar. Berlin Manus. Okay. Now we're down to magazines. Taste of Home. Don't we all love Taste of Home magazines? I love them. Treasure of Holiday Recipes. So y'all, I believe this may be one we leave out and work on while we are in the holiday season and try some new things. The Christmas season. Yes. Started in Thanksgiving. Ended at the first of the year. Yep. All right. Oh, she's clipped out a Dear Abby. Who remembers the Dear Abby column in there? Nosy nephew should hear no when he asks. Oh my goodness. Oh, and there's a recipe. It's Abby's famous, I don't know how to pronounce this word, Panucci, fudge. Penuche. I've never heard of this. But it's Dear Abby's famous fudge. Oh, okay. So it does not have chocolate in it. It is at 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, a cup of light cream. No, a third of a cup of light cream, a third of a cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a teaspoon of vanilla and walnut pieces. So it's a non-chocolate. P.S. You'll diet next week. And Dear Abby submitted her recipe. Isn't that neat? Okay, we have you remember the cards? You remember the card boxes and you get these cards? This is cheesy garlic bread. Crisco. Lovely, healthy stuff there, right? But it's Crisco's recipe book. Oh, that's cool. All right, some emergency. I'm not sure what these are. They're not recipes. All right, here's some that's been typed out. Coleslaw. Here's that frozen slaw. frozen. Oh, she's got several of different recipes. She must have been really interested in that frozen slaw because she's got it highlighted here. This is a totally different recipe, frozen slaw, and it is highlighted. Here is another different recipe, freezer slaw. And yet here's another one, frozen crisp slaw. So she must have been really interested in that frozen slaw, and I have never heard of frozen slaw. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. Oh, look, it's 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, 4 eggs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the rest of the stuff. That's interesting. And here's a fudge cake. Yum. Okay. She's kept a recipe from the Philadelphia cream cheese box. Mississippi mud cake. I'm going to leave that one out to stick in my box. She's kept the top of a pie crust. Several of those. There's 2 of those there. All right. Oh, here's a bunch more. The recipe, the pie crust. And there's always a recipe on the back. I wonder if they're the same recipe. Chocolate velvet pie, chocolate velvet pie, chocolate velvet pie. Oh, and she must have been there's a coupon too, so she could have been keeping them for the coupon. All right, here's some more of these cards. American apple pie, chicken stir fry, mom's brownies, old-fashioned beef stew, rustic lasagna, steak kebabs, chocolate pudding, crispy potato wedges. Not sure what that is. Cinnamon French toast. Yum. Crusty garlic bread. All right. Here's some of these home baking envelopes she hasn't even opened. And just a bunch more of those cards. Vanilla Bites. Angel Food Summer Pudding. Oh, look at this. Savory stuffed loaf. That looks delicious. Berry coffee twist. That looks interesting. Okay. So there's several of those. I won't go through them all. But that was kind of fun, wasn't it? Looking through our recipe books. I cannot wait to get into these and start making stuff out of them. And looking for people I know in some of these old church cookbooks and so forth. So that is super duper cool. Okay. Well, I guess I have put off cleaning the kitchen long enough. And I guess I'm going to have to get up and go do it. So thank you guys for joining us. I know this has been an odd video, but it's been fun. Got to go to the pumpkin patch, got to go to work at the farm for a little bit, and then now we got to go through our cookbook. So I'm super excited about, probably won't get to them till after the first of the year, but maybe after the first of the year making some stuff. Oh, I will get to this one probably. We'll probably work out of this one a little bit through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, making some stuff. So I like to try new things occasionally, and I have all my staples, and you know my staples because I've done them several times on this channel. But I do like trying new things each year. Like last year, we did all the maple fudge, the seaside candy, and all that stuff. That was new to me. I know it's not new, but it was new to me, and I so enjoyed making it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go for now and go clean up. Oh, but first, I'll sit back and enjoy my coffee, and then I'll go clean up. So thank you guys so much for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. I appreciate you all so very much. Remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Don't forget to share my videos. I would super duper appreciate it. That is one of the greatest ways you can support my channel, other than subscribing, of course, is to share my video on social media. Hey, and if you have Facebook and you haven't gone over there and liked The Farming Pastor's Wife, please do so. I'm hoping after the first of the year to get things really moving and going and shaking over there as well, and uploading different content as well as some of the same content that I do here on YouTube. And there'll be 2 separate platforms, but very much alike as well. So, okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Bye, y'all.